welcome back to my channel. It's been a few weeks. It feels good to be back. I am just going to do kind of a quick post-adoption update and sort of a status update on the channel, where I'm at, what's going on, how I'm feeling. I'm going to try to keep it kind of brief. And then hopefully there will be more to come in the coming weeks, which I will explain in a moment. So if you are new here, I still have not had time to rework this intro, so just bear with me on this. I promise I will take some time out of my life to try to rework this in a way that works for the channel. But if you're new here, my name is Anna Leonora. Together with my husband, Jason, we are foster and adoptive parents in real life. And here on my channel from the Fosters, we do foster parenting and adoptive parenting life together. And we raise awareness for the foster care system, for foster children, for adoption from foster care, foster parenting, all the things. If any of that interests you, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel down below so that you can join my growing cyber family here on YouTube, and so you don't miss when I post any new fun videos like this. If you are not new here, then you saw last video I posted, which gosh, was a couple weeks already ago, that our adoption of our two boys from foster care was finalized. And I promised you guys an adoption story video. That is still in the works. I have been working so hard, you guys. My day job has been super, super busy. Let's just start with that. My day job has been insanely busy, which doesn't give me a ton of free time because I'm also a parent. So between work and that, I haven't had a ton of free time, but I'm going through, literally, this is not even a joke, I'm going through about 5,000 photographs from the time we started our foster parenting and adoption journey till our adoption of our boys. There's about 5,000 photographs that I have taken. I take a lot of pictures. So I'm weeding through all those, and it's not just finding the photos that I like, that I think you guys would appreciate. It's also making sure, I have a lot of photographs of my family with the kids and my husband's family with the kids. And I haven't taken my husband's family's pulse on this, but I haven't even asked my family if they're willing to have their faces show on my YouTube channel, because I just know that they're not. My family are very, in terms of social media, they're very private people. And I can't imagine that they would be okay with their faces or their kids' faces showing up on my YouTube. So I haven't even asked them, but I have to weed out all the photos of them. And then any of the other times that we've had other foster children in our home, if I am using any of those pictures, I have to make sure that faces are covered and identifying information, things like that. So that video is coming. I promise it's coming. It's only been 2 weeks since our adoption was finalized. But you're just going to have to be patient with me on that one because it's a lot of freaking pictures to go through. And then, just trying to decide which pictures, how many pictures, making sure that nobody is visible in those videos that doesn't want to be, or that I haven't gotten permission from them. All of those things. So that video is coming, but I just can't right now give you a solid timeline on when, but it's coming, I promise. Post-adoption thoughts. So I've heard that post-adoption blues was a thing, but you don't really realize how much of a thing it is until you go through it. Obviously we're so excited to have adopted the boys and that chapter to be closed, but it's so anticlimactic because they've already been our kids for so long. You know what I mean? These have already been our children for so long that a piece of paper telling us that they're our children, it changes everything, but it doesn't change anything in terms of how we feel. For me, I I have felt like these kids' mother for a very long time. So, you know, it really was very anticlimactic. And then for my husband, I think it really hit him for both kids when parental rights were terminated, whether that was done voluntarily on the parents' parts or not. Once the parents' rights were terminated, that was really the moment for my husband that he knew after that point that like these were going to be our kids forever. So it was pretty anticlimactic for him too. And then with COVID, we didn't get court. We were told that we were going to have a virtual court so that we could at least attend virtually. That didn't even happen. We were supposed to go to court at 10:45 on, I think, Wednesday 2 weeks ago. I want to say it was Wednesday, but don't quote me on that. We were supposed to appear virtually. And at 9:15, I got a text message from our social worker that they went ahead and dismissed the case from, foster care and social services. What they do in the court hearing, I think I explained this in my last video, is the adoption decree is already signed. It's already finalized, but you go to court to ask the judge to dismiss the case from further county, state involvement. So we're going to dismiss the case because the child's adopted now. We no longer need to be involved. That's kind of what the court hearing is for, at least in my state. But so by the time you go to court, the adoption's already happened. So like the court date was going to be 2 days after our official adoption date. And we were going to attend virtually at 10:45. And then I got a text message from my social worker at 9:15 that they even did it without her. Her supervisor went in and requested just very quickly that the two cases be dismissed, and they were dismissed. So not only were we not able to be there, our friends and family weren't able to be there, but our social worker even wasn't able to be there. The boys' guardian ad litems weren't able to be there. So it's just very anticlimactic, which is fine. I don't need the whole like showmanship of the court case. It's fine. But it was just very anticlimactic. And then, just the fact that like everything changes from a legal standpoint, but nothing feels like it's different. Like nothing feels different. But like all of that happening so quickly. I mean, it took forever to get there, but then it was like, boom, out of nowhere, it's done. And then here's your court case. Oh no, you missed your court case. And here's all the paperwork you need to do now and all the stuff that comes with name changes and all of that, coupled with my day job being very, very busy lately. I was under so much stress that I had a flare-up of my autoimmune disorder, which if you've been following us for a while, you guys know I have Hashimoto's autoimmune thyroiditis, which is an autoimmune disorder where my body attacks my own thyroid. And with that comes a lot of things. The weight is one of them. It's the one that people see the easiest and is the most like in your face, is that I struggle with my weight. But there's a lot of other things that come with that. When I have a flare-up, I'm in a lot of pain. I have a lot of muscle soreness and aches. I'm very exhausted. I get really dry, itchy skin. My hair can start falling out. There's a lot of things that come with a flare-up, and I had a horrible flare-up the Friday after our adoption was final. So our adoption was final on a Monday. By that Friday, I felt like I had been hit by a freaking bus. So it took a week to get back to somewhat normal, and then that would have been last Friday. I'm filming this the following Tuesday. So it's been about a week and a half. I'm still not 100% back, but I'm a lot better than I was. And, it just got me thinking that like, it's so common for there to be some post-adoption blues. And I'm just trying to, tell myself it's normal and what I'm feeling is normal. Obviously, I'm not sad about the adoption being finalized, but I'm sad about how anticlimactic it was. I'm sad for my children, because the younger one doesn't understand at all, but I think the older one, even though he tells us he's super excited about it, I think there's a part of his brain that knows what's happening. And so we've seen some behaviors from him, and it just now it's like all the things that come with it. I have so many doctors to go to, doctors, dentists, school, daycare, pharmacy. I have to go to the Social Security office. It's like all the things that come with a name change are so complicated. And I'm not going to discuss in this video because I want to try to keep it short, and I'm already like ways in. But at some point I'll go over with you all about the name change, why we chose to change our children's names. We did keep a first name for one of them and just changed his middle and last. And then the other one, we changed an entire name, but there's reasons for that. And someday, probably not soon, because there's a lot of other things I want to go over before that. But at some point I'll do a video explaining that and our decision-making process coming to that. But either way, regardless of the rest of the name, the last name certainly changed for both boys, and it's just getting everything updated, and it's just a lot of work. So on the flip side of that coin, I'm very fortunate that I work for a company that offers a paid adoption parental leave. So I will be starting my adoption parental leave next week, and I'm very, very excited about that. I will get a couple weeks off work paid so I don't have to worry about my bills, to take the time to go to all the different doctor's offices and dentists and Social Security office and all the places, all the things. And that's going to be helpful because my job has been very, very stressful lately. I know I don't talk much about what I do, but I'll just leave it at this. I work in the pharmaceutical world on drugs pertaining to COVID, which, as you know, if you live anywhere on planet Earth lately, that's been a big thing. So it's just been very, very busy. It's been very stressful, and it's been very hard to do much of anything else outside of work and being a parent. So to take my day job away for a couple weeks to be able to give me the time to focus on the things that I need to get done for the kids' adoption stuff, and just to give myself like a minute to breathe, is going to be wonderful. But on that same token, I'm also planning on batch filming a bunch of videos. There's a whole ton of videos I've been promising to make, one of which is our adoption story. But I want to do like books for foster parents, books for foster children. There's several others I can't even think of right now, but there's just a bunch of videos that I've been meaning to make, and I just haven't had the time to. So I'm going to batch film, hopefully, a bunch of videos in the upcoming weeks so that I can post a little bit more consistently, because you guys, I love you so much for sticking around, but the ones who've been here a while know that while I try to post weekly, it just does not. Life doesn't happen that way, and I certainly miss a lot of weeks in between there. So I'm going to try to batch film a bunch of stuff so that, on weeks where I do get super busy at my day job or with being a parent or whatever, I already have videos like ready to go. Because there is really a lot of content that I want to get out there for you guys, and I just haven't had the time. So that is exciting. I'm super, super excited to be able to have the time to set aside to really get down in video the things that I've been wanting and meaning and telling you guys that I was going to get down in video, and just take some time to breathe and get everything else situated with the name changes. But yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. It's been a stressful couple weeks, but not really because of the adoption, and more so because of my day job, but also like just knowing all the places I need to go to. I need to like just make a whole big list of all the places I need to go to take our adoption decree, and just to get it all handled. Anybody who has changed a name in their life knows how much of a pain in the butt it is. I've changed my name twice, which is another story for another day. But I have had 2 name changes in my life, and it's just a total pain. So I know it's going to be a pain to do it for the kids, but we got to. It has to get done. And just to make sure that everywhere that they have previously been is aware that DSS is no longer the child's legal guardian, but we are, and just to make sure everything is up to date. Now we can start doing things like something so simple. Our daycare, we were never allowed to add approved people to pick the kids up in case something happens to us, or we get busy, or we just need someone else to pick the kids up. We were never allowed to do that. At least in my county, I can't speak for everywhere, but for here, we were never allowed, like we were the approved people. DSS approved us to be the people to pick the kids up. So we couldn't add anybody like grandparents, aunts and uncles, or whatever. And even just being able to add like my parents and my husband's parents to the list of approved people, that if something ever happens and we're ever in a bind and need someone else to pick our kids up from daycare, that's like, we can do that now, is so, I want to say it's cool, but like, what a weird thing to think is so cool. But it is. It's its own unique, adopting from foster care is crazy, y'all. So those are my current thoughts. That's where I'm at. That's the plan for the upcoming weeks, is that I do plan to get quite a few videos together. I am working through the end of this week, so I'm not sure how posting my videos next week is going to go, but the weeks following next week, hopefully we'll be back to a more regular schedule. Hopefully I will be back to posting some more educational videos and not just these like random update videos about my life. But I really do want to do some more educational videos, resource videos, and things for foster parents or prospective foster parents, kinship families, all of that. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, you'll see more of my kids at some point. I haven't had a chance to film with them. You'll see them obviously in the adoption story video once I get that up and running, which will be at some point in the next couple weeks. But I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for joining me on my journey, for hanging in there with me. Hopefully this leave from my day job will allow me time to really focus, on my family and getting all that sorted out, but also more time to focus on you guys and getting out the content that I know you all have been waiting for so patiently, and I'm so appreciative for that. So if you have any questions, any videos you'd like to see, let me know in the comments down below. I might also post in my community tab asking for video ideas or things you guys want to know about or things you want to see. So you can post over there. Remember, you can also go find me on Instagram. I will be posting more, hopefully photos on Instagram now that I can show my children. So hopefully I'll be doing more over there. I'm also at From the Fosters on Instagram and TikTok. Just remember, if you go over to TikTok, that's really not only foster care related. That's like it's TikTok. So I have a lot of fun on TikTok. I really enjoy TikTok. It's my biggest following, but it is not just foster care related content. It is not just parenting content. It's all the things that come with TikTok. But I really have a good time over there, and that's where my biggest following is. But just be forewarned, if you go to TikTok, it's not just foster care stuff. It's not just parenting stuff. Yeah, be forewarned. But if you want to check me out on TikTok, I'm also at From the Fosters there. And then of course, Instagram, you can write me on any of those platforms, or of course here on YouTube. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to being able to take a breath and a couple days to rest and rejuvenate, and then hit the ground running with content for you guys, getting a nice buffer built up for my busy weeks that I do have stuff to put out there for you all. And I love you guys. Until next time, go out, continue to shine your light into the world. Thanks for sticking in there and just being there for me. I really appreciate it. And I hope that I can be here more for you all in the coming weeks. I love you guys so much. Until next time, go out, shine your light into the world. Oh, look, it's Hannah. Say hi, Hannah. It's kind of blurry, but say hi. You can see her little white feet. Anyway, ignore me. I love you guys. Bye.